shot. Odom spinning, look inside.
Van Exel just absolutely shakes base, deep fries and base.
Michael Red has 51. Let's watch Zach as he sets you up and he fades back. 6'10".
Ooh, what's going on? WittyP coming back with another one. Let's get it. We're gonna talk some hoops today. We're gonna talk lucky lefties. Yeah, my lucky lefties, the underrated, crafty players. And you see in the thumbnail, all these guys, they may have made one all-star team, but I feel like these guys are, underrated. Want to shed some light on these players. Lamar Odom, played with the Lakers, played with Miami, the Clippers. But his best years, in my opinion, is with the Lakers. Lamar Odom. You got Michael Red, played with Milwaukee, played the season with Phoenix, I believe, but his career got cut short with the injuries, knee injuries for Michael Red. Got Nick Van Exel, Nick the Quick. Whew! He used to come off the bench for Dallas and get buckets. Nick Van Exel, crafty, quick, can score on all three levels. Nick Van Exel and Zach Randolph. He played with Portland, played with Memphis. Zach Randolph played for a few teams, but better years in my opinion with Memphis when, he really matured as a player. They made it deep in the playoffs with Marcus Saul, Conley, Rudy Gay, OJ Mayo. That Memphis team, they were tough. But yeah, my lucky lefties, man. Left-handed players are always hard to guard, man, because they're awkward. They have a different pace. Left-handed players, they play at a different pace. They're always irky-jerky, and they always seem to get back to their left side. Always seem to get back to their left side. And like I said, these players feel like they can, go under the radar, as far as the basketball talk, as far as, the underrated players and shit like that. So we're gonna talk some hoops. Start with Lamar Odom. He could be that point forward. So smooth, Lamar Odom. He could pass. He could go coast to coast. Lamar Odom, when he's really feeling it, he could pop out and hit that three. Could post up a little bit. Lamar Odom could play some pick and roll. Lamar Odom could do a little bit of everything. He could. Lamar Odom, when he got to the Lakers, he really showed his full package. Pause. But yeah, he was able to show, I could rebound, I can distribute, I could score, playing with Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol. He really showed, his value with the Lakers and able to win a championship, Lamar Odom. Had Michael Red for the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, he had a quick release, Michael Red. Michael Red had such a quick release, and he knew how to come off those screens so tight. That's what helped Michael Red, along with his quick release. He come off them screens so tight. He knew how to use the screens, Michael Red. He had a quick release. When he was really feeling it, he'd, take you off the dribble, Michael Red, but he could pull up. Had a back-to-the-basket game as well. Michael Red had that turnaround. But he spot up or he come off them screens. That release was so quick for Michael Red. So quick. And he bullied his way to the basket. He was a crafty finisher. He didn't go to the rack much, but Michael Red, when he did, he knew how to, bully his way to the basket, get low, and get some crafty finishes around the rim for Michael Red. But he was a shooter. He gonna let that thing fly, Michael Red. He gonna let that thing fly, Michael Red. You had Nick Van Exel, Nick the Quick, and I know this so firsthand because I used to be a Sacramento Kings fan. I like Mike Bibby. Bibby was my guy. Chris Webber. I liked how the Kings played. They passed the ball. Everybody touched the ball. And Bibby was clutch. I liked the Kings. But Nick Van Exel, oh, he was a killer. He was a killer. It didn't matter how many points Dallas was down. He would come in. He'd bring them right back. As soon as Nick Van Exel would get in the game, when he played for the Mavericks, about 02, 03, in that 04 season, man, Nick Van Exel, he come in, he bring the juice. He's scoring from anywhere on the court, whether it be 3-point, mid-range, he get into the hole, he changing the game. Soon as he get in, Nick Van Exel, so dynamic. And he played for a few teams, the Nuggets, the Lakers, you know, Portland. Nick Van Exel bounced around, but in my opinion, his best years, his most valuable years, when he could really show what he could do in the playoffs and things like that, was with the Mavericks. Those, you know, few years with the Mavericks. I mean, he would come off the bench and light it up. He would play so well, Don Nelson, he would leave him in. Sometimes Steve Nash might not finish the game. If Nick Van Exel, you know, really had it going, Steve Nash, he may not finish the game. Nick Van Exel would. Real talk. That's how Nick the Quick was. I mean, he was fearless and he could post up. He could play how Jalen Brunson, you know how Jalen Brunson post up in today's game as a small guard. Nick Van Exel did that as well. You know, Jalen Brunson, the lefty, that's why I, you know, made the comparison. But yeah, Nick Van Exel, he posts you up. He didn't matter what your size was. Nick Van Exel. He's quick, he's crafty, get to the rack. He scored that rack. He scored that ball. Nick the Quick. He scored that ball. You had Zach Randolph. Zach Randolph, he played with, you know, a few teams, you know, Portland. Those was his, you know, where he began his career, but his better years, in my opinion, were with Memphis. Zach Randolph. And talk about some footwork down low as a big man. Zach Randolph, he didn't have athleticism. No. He had footwork and skill. And he knew how to use that backboard. Zach Randolph, he knew how to use that glass. He had that touch. And lefties, they always have that touch too around the rim. But Zach Randolph, he had it. He got that touch. You know, he had floaters. You know, he could fade away in the post. He could bully you in the post. Whatever you wanted, Zach Randolph could do it. He could pick and pop, hit from the elbow, hit from the baseline. Zach Randolph, but he had game. And he's very underrated. Like I said, all these guys may have made, you know, an all-star team maybe once or twice, but no more than 2 times, I say. You know, these guys were, you know, because Van Exel and Odom mostly came off the bench, and Randolph, it was a lot of power forwards in that Western Conference. Come on now, you had Dirk, KG, Tim Duncan, you know, Gasol, so it was hard for Zach Randolph to get in there. But yeah, it's tough. And like I say, Michael Redd, he played in that East. It was tough, you know, as far as Eastern Conference. You got, Ray Allen was still at 2 guard for the Celtics. You had T-Mac for the Magic, Iverson for Philly. So it was hard for, you know, Michael Redd to be a perennial all-star. But he made an all-star team, made an all-NBA as well. But yeah, my lucky lefties, these guys, you know, they get buckets, crafty. And it's hard to guard left-handed players, man. They find a way to get to the left-hand side. We talk some hoops, like I said. I keep the fire coming. Nobody making videos like this. I'm a guru. I love this shit. This is what I do. But comment, like, subscribe. You want more fire like this? Best way to help is share the video. I'm in my bag. You can't check me anywhere. We out.